So I woke up kind of early this morning, was on the Facebook, the social media, watched the news, which was all bad. Protesters about the AR-15s and the school shootings once again. You know, I remember going to school in Wichita, Kansas, and I believe the high school name was Southeast, and the middle school was named Curtis. Well, I remember my first freshman year. We had to walk through a damn metal detector. It seemed kind of odd at the time, but now it makes perfect sense. What happened to metal detectors in schools? Seems a more realistic approach than trying to amend the Second Amendment to the Constitutional United States of America that was written by the forefathers that built this country under the precinct that we were free men and women. So let's put metal detectors back in school. Solves all the problems, right? If we have metal detectors at every entrance of every school, they will go off. Hence, no more school shootings. That's just my opinion. The second to my little rant this morning at 4 a.m., because I just couldn't sleep, is I guess they're calling themselves liberals or Democrats or whatever the hell they want to call themselves. The 45. Well, I had to do a little bit of research and talk to one of these idiots to find out what the 45 was. It's about Donald Trump, our president, that won the election. Well, this all goes back to probably the same people that got awards for being second. Look, you can't have your cake and eat your ice cream. You lost. The American people spoke, and we're not the ones protesting down the damn street because we got to work for a living. If you have that much of a problem with our president and the way he's running our country, you can go up north to Canada. Or you go over to Germany, or Russia, or any of those other ones. But I assure you that the United States of America is more lenient on multiple things. Could you imagine sitting in a Russian school and trying to see these kids walk out? No, that doesn't happen. If I would have protested on some kind of gun law in school, when I got home, my dad probably would have beat the shit out of me. And I'm not talking about hit me in the eye. I'm talking about good fashioned ass whooping with a belt. We had a name for that belt. It was called Weeder. We feared Weeder. You know why we feared Weeder? Because it hurt. So whenever we thought about doing something wrong, guess what? We didn't do it very often because we feared the belt and my father. My father raised us to be the young men that we are, and I'm doing the same with my son. And I find it hard to communicate with my son about the questions that he asks about the school shootings and the news. My 8-year-old is worrying about grown-up problems. That's not right. Kids should be kids. Kids are kids until they're 18, and some of them are probably kids until they're 21. So, kids, until you're 18, sit down, shut the hell up, and don't worry about grown-up problems. Now, some might say, well, kids have a voice too. And they do. They do. They have every right to go walk down to their school counselor, hopefully they still have them, and talk to them, because that's what those counselors are for. I just find it really hard to believe that these kids that are doing these shootings just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm going to go kill a bunch of people. No. It's years in the making. Whether it's from bad parenting, bullying, or whatever the hell else, it doesn't matter. There's no excuse. So, in conclusion, this is just my opinion, and I know a lot of other guys, I've talked to a lot of other guys that agree with me in this subject. Let the kids be kids, and let the kids worry about kid stuff, and let us grown-ups handle the grown-up business. Why not, right? At what point in time are we going to listen to some 16-year-old kid that just got through eating a Tide Pod because somebody dared him, and he's going to sit there and tell me about an AR-15? Folks, ARs have been around for years. Years and years. Matter of fact, I can remember in high school here in Arkansas, I won't mention any names, we had gun racks in the trucks. We had shotguns in our trucks. Why? Because we all like to go hunting after school. Sometimes we'd get a good turkey hunt in before school. If another kid had a problem with another kid, which I'm not saying is right, they had fists and they used them. And then they got sent home for a 3-day vacation. Then they came back to school and it was all over. First fight I ever was in 9th grade. To this day, that guy is probably one of my best friends. So, the world has a way of working itself out. So all you people that are sitting around with nothing else to do than just to bitch about something, y'all are making it worse. You guys are making these kids celebrities. You're encouraging them, really. So why are we doing that? Why are we encouraging kids to do the things that they're doing? And that is my rant for the day.